Las Vegas Raiders are They're starting to put a coaching staff together for head coach Josh McDaniels, and a lot of exciting signings so far, but we're only going to cover a few today that I feel like are really going to help out the Raiders, and that's really important. Now, we'll do a deeper dive after all of the hirings have taken place, and we're able to kind of, ingest things and then digest things out. I know that's not a great way of putting something, but I'm really excited. I really think this is going to be a very positive, a lot of the hirings I think are already positive for the Raiders, and I think that they're going to be a lot of fun to watch. Just, for some of these hires that I think, guys like Patrick Graham that we mentioned, they're going to be, I think, really good hires for the Raiders in the long term, just because of their different experience and the different things they bring for their respective team now, the Raiders. So I think you're going to find a lot of these coaches. The biggest thing is, as a coach and as a coach that's putting stuff together, you need to find people that complement you and that will bring a different perspective. The worst thing you can do is bring in guys that all just coach the same thing. That's it. Just the same thing across the board, yada, 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 yada. That's not what the Raiders are doing. Obviously with the addition of Patrick Graham, and obviously also with the addition of guys like Mike Lombardi, who's going to be the new offensive coordinator, was with the Patriots for a while there as the wide receiver coach. Carmen Bracilio, who's with the Patriots offensive line coach. I believe Rob Ryan is making a comeback. I know, but I'm excited for these hires because, again, I think with a lot of the different things that Patrick Graham specifically brings in terms of a 3-4 front and just a lot of the different schemes and things he's going to bring, I think it's going to make for a positive change because, I feel like this team right now is built for a 4-3, but could they potentially put together a 3-4 and provide a lot of different fronts, confuse offenses? Yeah, I think. And here's the thing. The toughest thing about kind of preparing for this is if a team has no tape on you, like for instance, when I was a senior, again, I was lucky enough to play college football, and we switched to a 3-4 midway through the season. And teams that scouted us, you could tell were confused. They had no idea what to do because on tape, we put a 4-3 on the field. And then all of a sudden, we had a 3-4. You could just see the confusion. Now, I'm not saying that the Raiders are going to be a 3-4 team moving forward. Who knows? I think we've got a lot of things to really sort out here. Obviously, it's still the offseason, and a lot of things are still yet to come. But the Raiders are going about this in a different way, and I think that it's going to make them look like a great coaching staff, and I think this coaching staff is starting to look Super Bowl ready. And another reason I say that is because we saw what guys like McDaniels and the Patriots did over the last, 2 decades with Tom Brady at the helm, and obviously letting him walk wasn't great. We all know that. But overall, what did we see from that organization for 2 decades? Excellence. I don't think that's an accident. I think you got a lot of good coaches in there, and I think you got a lot of coaches that taught different things, that got the most out of their players. We saw it for years with the Patriots, whether it was with the draft, undrafted guys, whatever. But they always got the best out of their players, and I'm fully expecting not only that mindset, but that execution to transfer over to the Raiders. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's one thing to draft guys. Everybody's going to get the draft picks. Everybody's going to get in new guys or whatever. But if you can get more out of the current guys on your roster, I'm talking about, maybe guys like Darius Philon, who I felt like really kind of had a strong, he kind of came on strong last year during the season to the end of the season, excuse me. But, there's a lot of good things that I can foresee coming from a lot of these hires. And I think it's going to be a matter of taking that mindset of using players in their strengths. In other words, putting players in the best position to be successful. That's how you get players. That's how you get the most out of them. And I think, in turn, that's how you get the most out of your team. Now, could you draft better players? Yes. Could you trade for better players? Also, yes. But the main point I'm trying to make here is guys that right now, guys like Max Crosby, Unique Ngakoue, just on the defensive side of the football, I think you could see a lot of great things, better things from those guys, I think, coming forward. Also on the offensive side of the football, I think the Raiders' offensive line, obviously like we said, with the recent hiring of Carmen Bracilio, probably not even saying his name right, Bracilio, whatever. I think you're going to see a lot of good things coming from this offensive line. I think you're going to see that they are going to be able to get the most out of their current offensive line, which is big because I think there's a lot of things to go off of. I think, obviously, we talked about Colton Miller earlier. Maybe Alex Leatherwood could revive his career. I don't know, but I think it would be foolish just to write a lot of these players off just because, didn't exactly take care of business. But overall, I think Brasileiro is going to be able to kind of come in and be able to help out this franchise with a lot of different things they're doing. And again, I think a lot of these moves go back to A, confusing opponents, B, also putting the players in the best position to be successful, and C, getting the most out of the current players on the roster, because they have talent at a lot of different levels. We've covered it ad nauseum for the last couple of years, okay? They've got a lot of talent. I think the thing now that the coaching staff is going to focus on is getting the most out of said talent and putting them in the best positions to be successful. That's how you win a Super Bowl. Yeah, obviously Bill Belichick did it for the last 2 decades. Won 7 Super Bowls with Tom Brady, or 6 Super Bowls with Tom Brady, who has 7 overall. We know it. But that's how you get the most out of your roster. That's what the coaching staff's job is to do, is to get the most out of their respective players and position groups. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, please remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Raiders coaching staff that is looking Super Bowl ready.